So we're going to save the workbook as employment, followed by your last name. Save it as. Okay, do that. Step 3, the list worksheets. Hire date. Hire date. Right here, column C. We're going to make it number format, short date. Same thing with the birth date, column D. Make it short date. Annual salary, which is column J, make it accounting number format. Right, so that was the first step. Step 3. Step 4, we're going to insert Excel table, then named it as a master data. So all you have to just go to Insert tab, click Table, click OK, then go back to table name here, type it in master data, one word. So whole area becomes master data. Remove the filter arrow. So we have filter arrow right there. So you can hide it by clicking filter button right here in the toolbar. Okay. Now step 5. We're going to use if function. So based on age. Age is located in column M. So we're going to work on life insurance premium. So insurance premium is based on your age. So that's basically what we're going to do. So what's the age limit you're looking at? 40 years old. So age is greater than or equals to 40 years. The insurance premium will be 0.3% multiplied by annual salary. Otherwise, meaning less than 40 years old, the insurance premium will be 0.1% of annual salary. Okay, so age is located M2, so you can type it in M2 or click M2, greater than or equals to 40, comma. So it is satisfied, then we'll multiply 0.3% of, annual salary. Annual salary is located in J2. Otherwise, meaning less than 40 years, then you'll get 0.1% of annual salary, which is J2. Let's make sure it is correct. Okay, so we're going to make it this N, which is life insurance premium, accounting number format, or currency. Either way will work fine. Currency. Okay, step 6, we're going to skip that. Step 7, bonus. We're going to work on bonus column. So we're going to use HLOOKUP to determine bonus. So what's the factor for bonus? So if you click lookup worksheets, that's why we're going to use this HLOOKUP area. So pay grade, based on the pay grade. Your pay grade is 1, you get 3,500. Pay grade is 2, 5,500, so forth. Okay, so pay grade so equals. Remember HLOOKUP. Pay grade is located in I2, so I'm going to click I2 or type it in I2. I'm sorry, H2, H2, comma, then you're going to highlight the HLOOKUP area, comma, then row number, which is row number 2, At the top, that's row number 1. Bottom, that's row number 2. So you're going to enter number 2. Then at the end, you're going to type false and press enter. But before we press enter, make sure insert $sign to the area so that E5, E5, H6 would not change as you copy to other cells. So first two cells return error because the pay grade is 0 and 0, which is possible. So let's just don't worry about it right now. And rest of them should look fine because pay graded 3, you get 7,500. Pay graded 1, you got 3,500. So rest of the column looks fine. Oh, eventually we're going to come back. Step 8, this time we're going to use the VLOOKUP in column Q. Based on what? Based on the plan, the healthcare plan you have. So monthly premium will differ depending on the plan, what kind of plan you have. So this is the area we're going to use. So VLOOKUP plan is located in K2, comma. So we're going to highlight the lookup area. Why don't we insert $sign to make it absolute cell reference, comma number 2, meaning the second column, comma at the end, false. That's it. So let's make sure it is correct. So based on the health plan, right? Health plan none, so there should be 0, right? Which is correct. PPOF will return on 1,500 is the premium. I think it's right. Yeah. PPOF. So it is correct. Okay. Let's move on. Step 9. Step 9 is nested if, meaning that you're going to insert within if. Why we do that? Because a word column here, we're going to use if instead of VLOOKUP or other types of lookup. You based on this information right there. Number of years service. So number of years service 10 to 14 years, you get 1,000. 6 to 9, you get 800 and all the way. You can do it VLOOKUP, but another way is you can use the if function. Okay, that's what number 9 is asking. So how are you going to do that? I think this can be a extra bonus points question, which can be pretty difficult. So we're going to use if years of service located in column L. So I'm going to click L2. So L2 is greater than or equals to 10, right? Because between 10 to 14. Then you get $1,000, which is located in the X3. So I'm going to click X3. Then I'm going to give you a $sign because this must be absolute cell reference. And here we go, another if, so that Excel will look further in case it's not between 10 to 14. Okay. For example, if the number of years is 5 years, then Excel will not stop there and look further for nested if. So again, L2 is greater than or equals to 6 years. Then it's going to return 800, which is X4. So I'm going to insert $sign to X4. So we do one more time if. Why? Because in case, the number of years is less than 6 to 9, then you should look further. So L2 again greater than or equals to 3, right? This time, comma, then it's going to return x5 and make it absolute cell reference, comma, one more time, if L2 is greater than or equals to, sorry, equals to 1, then you get 350, which is located in x6, comma, then you have only one choice left, right? So you don't have to create another if, because the only thing you left over right now is x7, right? So Excel will just return x7 in this case. So I'm going to make it dollar sign, absolute cell reference. Then I'm going to close this, my parenthesis, how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Why? Because I opened up my if 4 times. So press enter. There you go. Award money based on number of years, 6 years, 800, right? This guy is 2 years, 350. Next person, 7 years, must be 800. So it is correct, right? So this works. So one more thing we need to take care of before we move on is step 10. Because remember we have a error return that because of this pay grade is 0, which is out of the range we have. So in this case, rather than giving this kind of error message, why don't we create a customized error message? So that's the if error function. If error function, I think the book mentioned, but we didn't use extensively. So I'm going to show you how it works. So anytime you want to customize the error, in this case, I'm going to insert if error in front of everything. And right after equals, right? Opening parenthesis. So Excel will return error as invalid. Code is invalid. Code is invalid. So let's say that's our error message. Double quotation. So as you can see, those two, because again, the input was wrong, right? Pay grade is out of range. That's why code is invalid. It's returned. It's another one at the bottom too. So that's how it works with the if error. And we're going to create next step 11, count if, average if, sum if. It's more like a consolidating statistical calculation. So we're going to go ahead, click our summary worksheets. Here's the idea. We're going to count number of items for Atlanta. We're going to count number of items to Austin and so forth. So we're going to use count if. Average salary, we're going to use average salary for Atlanta. So what it'll do is it'll count number of items located in Atlanta, then it'll calculate the average located in annual salary. Where is annual salary? Right here, column J. So we needed 3 variable in the parentheses. So let me show you that. Same thing with the sum if. It's going to need 3 variables, whereas Countif need only 2 variables. Here we go, equals count if, let's use it uppercase. And I'm going to highlight the location column, comma, then you need to indicate Atlanta, the words Atlanta. You can type it in, or you can select the cell containing the word Atlanta. This is bad spelling. How come it's a typo there? Anyway, let's see what happens. No wonder. So Atlanta should be, how many Atlanta we have? Atlanta. We have it, even though it's a bad spelling. We have one Atlanta. Okay, I think it's okay because it's only one. But again, that's a typo I made. The same thing with Austin. Well, we can autofill, but I'm going to show it again to make sure. Count if you're going to highlight column location, then comma, then you're going to select the cell containing word Austin or type it in Austin with a double quotation. So 57. So idea is you can autofill because it'll change to B5, B6, B7, B8 accordingly. So you don't have to repeat the same thing. Average salary, we're going to use average if, so equals average F, and back to lists, highlight the location. So Excel will look for location for each city. Then again, you need to identify which city, Atlanta, comma, one more, we need to highlight annual salary so that Excel will calculate the average salary. There you go, 77,000. Then we can autofill again because it'll change by itself. As you can see, P4 becomes P5 and all the way down. And this should be same, sum if, right? Equals sum if, exactly same syntax, so we're going to highlight location, comma, back to our summary, then you're going to select Atlanta, comma, back to list, and you're going to highlight annual salary. That's it. Autofill. Average salary, no. Total salary, same. That's not right. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. Atlanta is only one. All right, so, okay. This will do. I'm going to stop and continue second part.